Hi, my name's Scather, Daniel, whatever you want to call me. About a year ago, I came back from a break, or rather, what I thought was a retirement from content creation altogether. And in the video I titled Hello, I explained that I'd be coming back to content creation just to do things I wanted to do, which is something I'm very passionate about, making videos. I've made a few here and there since I made that video. Some I like, some not so great. Same with streaming. But I declared it as a way to say that I would do it for myself. It is a priority for me to make these videos because I want to enjoy them. I want to enjoy what I do. If you guys enjoy it as well as I do, then that's an added bonus. I changed my mindset from just general content creation, and I think it's helped a lot. I started to question, especially since it is about a 1-year anniversary. Was it worth coming back into content creation altogether? Was it worth streaming again? Trying to go back into where I was originally at, or at least a portion of which I would be most comfortable in? I'm going to say yes. Originally, I had left because I thought content creation was an issue for me. I thought it was making me unhappy. It was making me just overall feel worse about myself. But I learned that was a separate issue. When I tagged it to be specific to just relationships for where I was at and just kind of other issues I was going through at the time, I saw content creation as another medium in which I could enjoy once again. And I came back into it. I tried to make some videos. I made a lot of covers, or at least attempts of covers, a lot of which I did not upload. I want to upload at some point some of these covers, but I don't know if I actually will or not. One day. If I feel satisfied enough, one day. But even getting to say that in itself, being able to say, man, I want to upload something or I would love to do this, I think is a strong sign that I've rekindled that ambition within me, that fire that was dimly lit back then. I'm not going to say it's fully like ignited or anything of that sort, because I do have times where I just don't care to do anything. I think that's normal though. I think it's like a refractory period of some sort in which we just kind of take time in between. Sometimes I feel like making a video, sometimes I don't. Same thing with streaming. In that aspect, I think it was worth it because now I have another creative outlet. I get to try to do things that I enjoy, share it with you guys. If you enjoy it, again, that's always a bonus. If not, then that's fine with me. I enjoy it. So what have I also learned from the past year? I guess I kind of said what I thought I've learned in terms of content creation altogether. I was more so my true self. I had a recent stream in which I talked about kind of like putting on a face or some sort of mask, some sort of wall in which I act on stream, which I do. I will be honest, I do act as a slightly separate person. In real life, I'm not always energetic. I'm not always excited or just bouncing off the wall, screaming at everything. No, I'm usually calm. I'm usually honestly pessimistic. I'm just kind of a downer in a sense. I don't like to show that side of me though. It's not like I'm trying to be a different person altogether, but more so suppress things I don't want to be on the air. And I think that goes for a lot of us, right? I think that's normal. We always want to present our best selves when we can. We want to try to be the best person we can. But the issue with that, going back further from when I tried to quit, what parts of ourselves can we show to where we are still ourselves? What part of ourselves can we comfortably show that we can live with, that we can be around with ourselves? Are we still true to ourselves to an extent? And from the past year, I'm much better at that. I am much true to myself. So that is something I have learned as well. Not only with just streaming and just talking to random strangers, but people I have talked with before. Breaking down some of those walls at the same time, I still keep those walls up in a public setting, just for overall videos, overall streaming. So in that sense, it's been worth. I will say a downside, I don't talk as many people these days. I don't interact with many people, even on a normal basis. I rarely interact with people. It can get lonely, I will admit, but I also am that kind of person where I prefer to be alone. I will say it's a lot better feeling alone rather than lonely. Those are two separate things, trust me on that. Sometimes I do crave that human interaction. I'll get it sometimes, and surprisingly, I was able to get myself in quite a few places again. I didn't have as much pressure to push myself into a lot of different places just to feel like I am there. I feel noticed, or I feel like I'm part of something. Now, I do struggle with that a little bit, and that might be due to past experiences which have left a negative impact on me. Might just be that I still have yet to realize my true impact somewhere. But yeah, in the past year, I don't really talk to many people. My streams don't get as many people as I used to. I peaked in 2022. 2023, I was falling down. I was susceptible to that, and it hit. It definitely hit. When I came back in 2024, I got viewers at first. I got people coming back, and then lately I've been having streams. It's definitely a comparison where lately I'll feel I have streams where barely anyone shows up. Sometimes I don't see anyone talk. Sometimes it's just myself there the whole time. It sucks in an extent. I'm not gonna fabricate that. It sucks, especially when I used to have the interaction. I used to have the just kind of the energy coming from people. But that's part of the journey as well. Again, I'm here for myself. Other people come, that's awesome. Can I believe that 100%? To be honest, no, I can't. But that's the model. That's the way I continue to live. I choose to live. I'm not here for other people, and I'd rather just be here for myself at the end of the day. Is it the easier way to go about things? Probably. But it also reminds me that I don't need validation from others. It's nice. It's always going to be nice. And I don't think there's people, I mean, as long as it's a positive reaction, it's always going to be something that people will like, right? But a reliance on that, at the other hand, feels a lot worse, because once you lose that, what are you left with? It's about associating yourself and what you enjoy doing, what you are proud of yourself for doing. Making sure that you do make the most out of your time, making sure that you enjoy everything that you do with your time. You don't want to waste time. Who wants to waste time intentionally? I could say just from this past year, I've learned a lot, but just from this journey alone and being able to reflect on my past self, especially when I've been more active with all this streaming, all this content creation, I've learned, and I want to continue learning to better myself. Overall, I'm much happier than I was a year ago. I'm much more ambitious. Even if I'm not as frequently ambitious, I still have the drive in me. I'm still happy to have that drive in me. It's a great feeling. Just for you guys, if you are feeling like you need to take a step back from something, sometimes it's worth doing so. Sometimes it's worth reflecting on where you're at now, where you've been before, and where you want to be later. You may not get the same solutions, or you may not get the same resolution, but it still might be worthwhile. Why not try it? All in all, I'm very happy with where I'm at, and I hope to be happier in the future. With that said, thank you guys very much for watching the video, for supporting me in the past, and maybe even supporting me in the future if you do desire. I'll see you in the next one.